So I guess the big question to me is, what's been happening with your first launch? And the big answer is, a lot. I'm launching my business, and I'm going to document the process here on YouTube. Is it going to succeed? I sure hope it will. But if you hit the subscribe button, I guess we'll both find out. So it has been just over a week since Mockup 3D launched, since it's first been available to the public. And it has been a very busy week for me. I mean, not the launch itself obviously occupies a ton of my time, and I've also had some freelance work as well, which I used Mockup 3D in, the newly launched for. And it's been quite an experience. I mean, I will say, you know, in some ways, it hasn't been perfect. I mean, it hasn't gone quite as well as I'd hoped. I have not gotten any more customers since I last talked to you, but I have gotten a lot of signups, a lot of people, and I don't expect people to just buy it right away. I mean, I made it a free trial so people can try it out, and that is what a lot of people appear to be doing. And of course, I want to learn from them. I mean, at this point, I don't intend to make a ton of money on it yet. I intend to get people using it and figure out what they need and what I can build for them. So yeah, I want to hear from people. I want to hear from you. Try it out and tell me what you think about, you know, whether it works or not and what I can do to make it better. And I know I've been emailing people and talking to people, and I want to get, you know, what is going to work for people. This is not, you know, this is not just about me. I do use it myself, but it's not just about me. I want to see how other people use it, and I can change it based on your feedback and want to. So, you know, as I said a long time ago, you got to talk to your customers, and that is what I'm trying to do, trying to really learn from them. And that is, I mean, that is really the goal of this launch. It's not been a huge launch. I mean, I've had several hundred people visit it, and, you know, and I knew going in, it's not going to be perfect because I've not put it in front of customers before, and now I have, and have indeed learned a ton. And, you know, and of course it's been taking those learnings and dealing with them, which has been taking a lot of my time. And of course, doing stuff like I have actually changed the product based on what people have been saying. I mean, for example, one guy had been doing a lot of boxes and had said that, you know, look, can you just give me a simple box, you know, without any flaps that I can just, you know, take and stretch easily and just put stuff right on there. Don't have to worry about, you know, the problem with, you know, with something like this is that, you know, there are flaps, and if you start distorting it, you know, you're going to get stuff in the way of those flaps. Like here, let me, you know, you close it, and then you start changing the depth, and then you're going to get this distortion, and, you know, the flaps aren't always going to be perfectly even. So it'd actually be quite nice if you just have a nice, simple box that you can just use. And of course, I've been fixing bugs. I mean, quite a few bugs come up as people start to use them. Luckily, most of the bugs you probably wouldn't have noticed. They're kind of more back-end stuff. And I was able to fix them. I had done some fairly extensive testing to make sure this went fairly smoothly. The only one you might have noticed was if you upload an image with a really long name, it would have screwed things up a bit. But that's fixed. That's been squashed, that bug. So far, so good on that. And of course, you know, there's always little things you can keep tweaking and fixing, and always stuff, you know, that's not quite a bug, but you just want to make it easier. And another thing people have been giving me feedback is the price. And I know it's not cheap, and a lot of people have been saying that. I mean, all the advice I've been getting from other people who've done businesses is that you should charge as much as you can, and it's better to have fewer higher paying customers than more lower paying customers, just because it's easier to manage. But at the same time, look, I mean, you know, the whole mission of Mockup 3D, indeed the whole mission of this channel, is to make 3D accessible for designers. And if I'm charging a ton, I can't do that. So I am seriously thinking of creating another option where you can pay a bit less just to get like 1 or 2 models. And, you know, I'm still working on it, and you know, so no guarantees, no definite thing here, but yeah, that's definitely something I want to do, because, you know, I want to have as many people use it as possible. And you know, it's not just about making money, it's also about giving something and that you can really use really well. And in general, I've gotten a lot of signups. I mean, I believe I have like 160, and I think like 4 or 5 of them are mine, so, you know, maybe 155. So, you know, quite a bit of people using it, and quite a bit of good data to work on. And I know a lot of those signups are coming from you guys, so thank you. You know, I know a lot of that's coming from YouTube, so thank you guys to everyone who signed up, and, you know, and who's tried it out, and who's, you know, who's been able to take a look at it and hopefully who's gotten good use out of it. And I'm going to keep going. I mean, this has been a smallish launch, mostly to learn, and I have learned a ton. And I'm going to make the improvements based on those learnings and keep going. I mean, hey, this launch may not even be done. I mean, I'm still getting, quite a bit of signups. So, yeah. I mean, one thing I have learned is, this may not grow that quickly. And, I may have to deal with that. I mean, one of the things I might do is get a full-time job. I mean, I have been doing client work, obviously. I just did some this week. But, I do need to support myself. I can't just devote entirely to this. But I am in a good place. I mean, I'm in a good place where I can, I can add models, I can make tweaks, maintain this. I don't have to build any new fundamental things. So I can definitely make those kind of improvements while being able to do other things as well. So I want to be able to do that going forward in the future. So, there will be more. And yeah. So thank you guys for watching. Have a good one. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.